Are you on track to hit your sales goal for the quarter? Mm, mm, mm. No, I'm not. All right then, book some time on my calendar right now. You might as well hook your leads up to a lie detector test and grill them when you shotgun blast them with questions. There is no right or wrong way to qualify leads into prospects. However, all methods are not created equal. And you might be doing your best to go out there and qualify. You're not just booking random networking calls. You're not just booking random meetings. You're actually going out there and you're looking for your avatar. You're understanding if they're struggling in their current state. You're just trying to understand what goal state they're moving towards, right? But maybe your messages look a little bit like this. Say, for example, this is you. Hey, name, what's your exact monthly revenue? Put a question mark there. Okay, so are you actually on track to hit your sales goals? I didn't answer your last question. Want to set up a call, right? All too often you can see conversations like this. It's great because they're not going out there. They're not just pitch slapping, dropping 3 to 4 paragraphs. Here's a Calendly link. Here's a PDF, which is a step up, but you're still interrogating your leads. You're trying to understand more about their business, but you're not doing so in the right way. And so the lesson here is to keep your DMs conversational, and you're mainly leading with curiosity, caring, and you're seeking permission, right? And so this is how you can actually treat someone else like a human and ask questions to them while actually qualifying them to make sure they're a fit for your offer, make sure they're a fit to hop on a quick 15-minute discovery call. Okay. And what does this look like more specifically? So I actually always keep these 2 golden rules in mind when I'm out there, when I'm doing messaging, when I'm having a conversation, when I'm sending an initial outreach, even when I'm going for booking the call. Okay. The first part of my message is always showing engagement to someone's last response in the first section of that message, right? So the first half of the message is always showing engagement to their last response. Now, if this is an initial message going out, you want to personalize. So looking at their job title, looking at how many years they've been in business, looking at a post they made that you resonated with, seeing that the both of you actually have a mutual connection. Someone referred you to reach out to them, right? That's always great for your initial message. But once you personalize in that first message, you can't just continue to grill them with questions. And so always showing engagement to their last response in the first section of your message is how you can actually show up and be human and not grill your prospect. Okay. So what this actually looks like is you don't want to flatter them, right? You don't be like, oh, wow, that's so incredible. Like the work, it's amazing work you're doing. Like you just want to be, down to earth, chill. Like how would you chat with a friend, right? So you're gonna be, okay, great. All right, awesome. Oh, thanks for sharing that. Oh, wow, I actually didn't know that. Or you can actually just engage with like a 1-sentence response. So say they share a long paragraph talking about their business challenges, their struggles, what they're dealing with. You could say, oh, I definitely actually can see how you might have been struggling with that. That's actually something I used to struggle with myself, right? Or yeah, that is something that I'm dealing with as well, right? And so you always want to empathize, mirror, lead with curiosity, caring, have a conversation, and actually move things forward by treating them like a human, having a conversation with them. So the next piece of this golden rule is asking the next frictionless question in your qualification process or offering value, right? So now it's time to actually move the conversation along with a qualifying question. So again, you want to keep it conversational. You don't want to interrogate them, and you want to provide value or solutions to shared problems. So say they share how they're actually struggling in their current state to generate more leads. You say, okay, I clearly understand where you're coming from. Usually it's an issue with not sending enough volume or not sending messages that are actually resonating with the ICP you're trying to target, right? And so you can kind of diagnose, start to present yourself as the trusted advisor, add value, educate, and then move the conversation forward with the next qualifying question. So here's actually a couple of examples of what a response can look like where you're not hooking your prospect up to the lie detector test and just zapping them when they don't answer you the way you want, right? So you can say, okay, understood. Thank you for sharing that. It makes total sense. What's been the biggest issue so far with growth? Sometimes I hear from service providers, they're too reliant on referrals or about how time consuming or manual their sales processes are. Curious to hear your experience. Right? Or another example here is, okay, great. I see you've been running your company for about 6 months now. I'm curious to understand how you've actually been using LinkedIn. Are you using it mainly for networking or for lead generation? So you can see how these questions or these conversational pieces differ a lot more than just saying how much monthly revenue are you making? What are you hitting your sales goals for the quarter? Right? It's so off-putting and it's a little bit rude. You're just shotgun blasting questions at somebody. But when you keep it conversational like this, you're going to make your leads, converting them into prospects. You're going to make them feel way more comfortable in that process. Okay. So again, They will also have no doubt that you're a person and you're not some AI blasting questions. You want to go in there and actually look at their profile. You want to go in there and look at one of their posts. You want to go in there and see a mutual connection. This also, in today's day and age, when people are just blasting out AI messages, they're blasting out automations, it will help them know that you're a real person. You've actually looked at their profile. You took the time to personalize your message. And again, that's another green flag for them to move forward and have a conversation. So again, take off the lie detector test. You can still qualify your leads into prospects without making them sweat bullets. So I hope this is helpful in helping you create more structured, more effective conversational sales messages. With that being said, I hope you stay consistent. And I would also love to know, what is your favorite personal way to open up conversations with leads that you're reaching out to? I'd love to hear how you do that in the comments below. That being said, hope you have a great rest of the day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Take care.